once again everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So today we are going to be discussing the ever asked or ever inquired about question: where's the best spot to get a tattoo? Now, I'm not really talking about pain-wise. I mean, I can talk about pain-wise. I'll probably cover that. But I mean, you know, you've got this idea, you want this tattoo, you've wanted this tattoo, you're gonna get this tattoo. But the question remains, where do you put it? Now, we're gonna discuss that. I've decided suddenly, in a change of heart, that I'm going to discuss pain because it is relevant. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. I ramble way too much. Hi. So as you guys may know, or as you may not know if you are new here, I have several tattoos in several very painful places. So I'm just going to go ahead and run through the most painful places that I have tattoos so that you can go ahead and know where the worst ones are. To me personally, this is my personal opinion. Obviously, I wouldn't be saying it if it were not my opinion. So, let's run through this. Obviously, most painful is gonna have to go with the calf for me. I have a very large wolf tattoo on my calf. It hurt the most for me. It hurt worse than my foot tattoo. Foot tattoo is second. The calf is bad pain-wise, but I would also say that mine was particularly bad because it is a large piece, and anything that you sit for a very long time, it's gonna hurt way more. Your endorphins run out after about 4.5 hours, I believe. So anytime that you're sitting there for an extremely long session, it's gonna be terrible. But yeah, calf was bad, foot was bad, foot's always gonna be bad. Sorry, not sorry, that's just the way it is. Shin was pretty bad. I would play shin like third. Yeah, my shin was probably like the third worst. And then everything else was kind of like an equal pain. I wouldn't really say that any of the ones on my arms particularly hurt worse than others. The pain level depends on a number of different things. It depends on your own personal pain tolerance. It depends on how light-handed or heavy-handed your tattoo artist is. And obviously it depends on the placement. So while placement is a large factor, it also has to do with you, and it has to do with your tattoo artist. So if your artist like digs into you with that needle, it's gonna hurt 1,000,000 times worse than an artist who gently, you know, tattoos you like you're gonna faint at any moment. So those are some things to take into account when you're saying, oh, well, I don't want to get a tattoo somewhere that it hurts. If you were to get a tattoo in a very painful location with a light-handed tattoo artist, it would probably be significantly easier than if you got it from a moderately heavy-handed or just a normal pain level. I don't know what you would call it. A normal amount of pressure. So, I mean, it just depends on all of those factors. I can't tell you this is the least painful place that you can get tattooed and it won't hurt and it'll be great, because it depends on more than just placement. So pain is it's a touchy thing. It's a weird thing, and it varies from person to person. I apparently can sit very well through pain for an extremely long amount of time. My calf tattoo, my most painful tattoo to date, it was 6.5 hours. I took like one break, I think. But I think that was just so my artist could smoke a cigarette. It wasn't really, I mean, I appreciated it, but I've never asked for a break. There's no shame in asking for a break if you need one. I'm just the type of person who would rather sit there and get it all over with and then, you know, go sleep for 80 years after I get it done. I just want to get it done and get it over with rather than, I just stabbed myself, rather than to like take like 6 breaks and prolong the pain. I just want to get it all wiped out. So as far as visibility goes, I know a lot of people want to keep their tattoos hidden and need to keep them hidden for job purposes, stuff like that, which is totally cool. I know a lot of people say above the elbow you can hide like and live a normal life and nobody will really suspect anything. I actually have a friend who doesn't get tattooed like below his shirt sleeves because he wants to have that option. I mean, he has tattoos on his legs, but arm-wise, you know. As you guys may or may not know, my very first tattoo was right here on the wrist, that little puppy right there. I mean, I kind of dove right into that one, didn't I? So, I mean, at that point, why not? Why not just go nuts, fellas? But anyway, most of my tattoos are not, well, the ones on my arms are not really visible until I get really up close to someone. Like, people will only really notice if I'm having an exchange of some sort with them. Like, when I'm walking past people, people don't really notice. I mean, this one is the only one that you can really notice when I'm, like, walking by. You can't really see these puppies. But, like, the other day, for instance, I was at Chick-fil-A with my grandma and my aunt, and they went and sat down, and I was still at the cashier, and when I went to like take the food from her, she like saw these because obviously I'm doing like this, my arms are outstretched, and you can see my bouquet. Didn't have this at the time, but you can see this and you can see part of her face. But yeah, so anyway, she noticed them and she complimented them. She asked all the normal questions. She was being really super sweet, and so I answered all her questions and stuff. I let her look at them because she was so sweet, and she was like, can I look at them? She didn't just like grab my arm. I was like, let me see. But like, you know, I love when people are like, can I see? And I'm like, yes, thank you for asking permission. But anyway, so on the inner forearm here, people are not gonna get a chance to really see these unless you're up close and personal with them. But this one right here is on my outer forearm. Hi, mole. So as you can see, this is like the one that's at the forefront at this point. I need to get more over here, but anyway, she's the main one that people see. And then when they see her, they generally see this next because I move. But anyway, so that's where that's at. The ones on your legs, they're not really going to be visible unless you're wearing shorts. But if you are wearing shorts, then all of them will be visible, because it's like, it's not so much like your arms. I mean, they are like your arms, but they're your legs. No, but it's just where you're walking, you're moving, you're doing all of this stuff. Like, your legs are your mobility. So if you're wearing shorts and you have tattoos on your legs, pretty much no matter where they are, people are going to be able to see them, because there's inevitably someone always behind you, to the side of you, on either side, and then there's someone in front of you. And it's just, you can have tattoos on your legs easily, but if you're wearing shorts, obviously they're all going to be visible. Unlike if you're wearing a short sleeve shirt like this, most people are not going to see these, but on the outer forearm, everybody's going to get a gander. However, on the upper forearm, I just have this one right here, which I will let you see. That. It's a little Halloween tattoo. But anyway, this up here, nobody really knows about, because I always wear really baggy shirts. So my sleeves come down pretty far. This is a large, I think, but I wear extra large a lot. But anyway, my sleeves come down pretty far, so unless I'm like rolling this puppy up, like, look at my guns. No, but I do roll my sleeves sometimes because they get too long. But like if I were to roll a sleeve like I usually roll, let me see. This is a loose representation of how I would usually roll my sleeve. So obviously when I roll my sleeves, half that little boy is visible. But if you get tattoos pretty much above the elbow, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, you're safe. Nobody's going to see it unless you're walking around in like a muscle shirt. You're showing it off. You're at the gym. You're just really hot. Whatever the reason. That's the only way that anybody would see it, unless you roll your sleeves like I do, trying to be like a little greaser. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. But that's pretty much the only way that anybody would see it. Or if you're naked. So let's say that you have this really great idea for a tattoo. And it's like the best idea you've ever had for a tattoo. And it's something really intricate. It doesn't have to be intricate. But let's just say for the sake of putting this in the ideal place, that you had this idea. It's kind of large. It's kind of intricate. It has a lot of detail. And, you know, it could be color, it could not be color, it could be black and gray, however you want to do it. But you have this really cool idea and you want it to be perfect, like absolutely the way that you're envisioning it. You want it to be perfect. You need to put that puppy on a flat surface. Now, you could put it like, I don't know, let's just say that you want this really big, really cool, colorful design. Let's say that it's like a woman's face. Let's say it's a woman with a headdress, maybe holding something, or just a woman's face with a headdress, maybe a profile, something like that. But you want it really big, really detailed, like a lot of detail in the headdress, like with my wolf, something like that. Lots of detail, lots of color. You want it executed perfectly. You don't want her face to look wonky. You want it to be perfect. That would be absolutely great for this area. You could do something like that. That's why I put this right here, because this is a lot of detail. It's a lot of line work. It's a lot of color. This is healing from a touch-up, by the way, so don't judge her too much. But anyway, this is the perfect spot. You've got a flat surface. It's ideal. It's just waiting for you to slap something over here. So that would be a great spot. Either arm, obviously. Just slapped my new tattoo. That feels great. No, but the inner forearm is a great place for something intricate, something big, something like that. Also, thighs. Think thighs, BB. Think thighs. Thighs are fantastic for something huge and intricate and a lot of line work. It's great. It is a great place. Thighs don't hurt very much. I sat for 7 hours on my thigh. 7 hours. No break at all. Not even smoke break. But 7 hours. It was a lot, but it was okay because it's my thigh. Put something big on your thighs. Please don't waste that space. I mean, if you know that you never want to get huge tattoos, get little tattoos on your thighs, but just know that that is prime real estate. You can put a little tattoo anywhere, but a big tattoo you can do on your thighs. You can do it on the back of your thighs too, probably. I don't know. I don't have one there, but I feel like it would be good. But tops of your thighs and inner forearms, those are great places. I have something huge on my calf. The calf is really nice for putting something big, but if you don't want to go through that pain, I would recommend thighs. But calves will work if you've already used up your thighs. It just, placement's weird. I have a word of warning. If you want something really big, really cool on your back, don't get a tiny tattoo back there that will hinder the ability for you to get that big back piece that you want. Because my tattoo is not tiny, but it's just big enough to where it would disrupt everything else if I wanted to put something on my back. And I do want to do something with it, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to cover it up because my favorite artist did it and I love him, and even though it's a piece of flash, I just can't. I can't bear to get rid of something that he did. I don't know. Don't put something tiny and stupid on your back. Just don't. Not if you want something bigger and better at some point in the future. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today. Leave me a like if you like this video, comment down below, tell me your thoughts, and subscribe because I make new videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time.